Hi and welcome to the 5-Minute Business Boost, where you get to choose your 5-minute investment. I'm your host, Sam Hicks, and I'll be discussing topics under the headings of business development, marketing, photography and much more. Today I'm talking about what the pixel. So really what it is about understanding the high and low resolution images for small business owners and getting the best out of your iPhone camera. So what is a pixel, or PX for short? According to Google, it's the smallest addressable element in a raster array image, or the smallest addressable element in a dot matrix display device. You will be tested, so hopefully you remembered that. As a small business owner, you understand that your online presence is essential. Your website, your social media pages, and even your email signature should all feature high-quality images, if you're using them, of course, that showcase your products or services. But how familiar are you with resolution? Resolution refers to the number of pixels in an image. A higher resolution image will have more pixels, resulting in a sharper and more detailed visual outlook. For photographers out there, pixel density can significantly impact image quality, especially for those printed materials like brochures or banners. Higher pixel density can lead to crisper looking prints. On the other hand, low resolution images have fewer pixels, making them appear blurry and pixelated. Using high resolution images is crucial. They lend a professional appealing look to your website and social media pages. They also enhance the quality of your email signatures and other marketing materials. Now, don't get me wrong, because I can hear you all out there going, but. Some of the best images on social media platforms and websites, for that matter, can be blurred or not following photographic principles. But that is the best part of being creative. You can create your own rules pertaining to your photography. Now, a quick tip. If you are taking images for your website with a device, and for this instance, we're using an iPhone because I'm an iPhone girl, ensure your images are not larger than 2 meg when uploading them to your website, as larger files slow down page loading times. For a website background image, consider dimensions of that 16 by 9, which is approximately 1920 by 1080 pixels. So to ensure compatibility across PCs, mobile devices and tablets, set your image width to the magic number of 1920 pixels. Now, for some context, an 8 by 10, you know those old images, translates to 125 pixels per inch. Now, according to JD Photo, that's a resolution of 1000 by 1250 pixels. Make sense? You will be tested. Now, how do you determine the size of your image? Okay, on a PC, find your images. Right-click on the image, go to Properties and check the size on the General tab. For my website, for example, the main page images are about 784 KB. I uploaded them to Canva and adjusted the size using the slider. Some I resized with Photoshop, but alternatives like Lightroom and other apps work just as well. Anyway, I digress. Because, I love to digress. So, if you're using an iPhone for your business photography, you're in luck. The iPhone cameras capture high-resolution images. However, these images can consume a lot of storage, especially in Apple RAWs formats. So, any of you that have done my workshops, you will know I'll say to you, go into settings, under camera, and toggle it to the highest resolution possible. So when you do that, 9 times out of 10, if you've got a newer phone, it'll ask you, do you want to be able to capture your images in Apple RAW format? Now, if you are doing that, you need to have sufficient memory or cloud backup space that can grow with your needs, because each one of those little babies takes up so much more room when it's in the RAW format. So here are 6 tips to get the most out of your iPhone camera. Utilise natural light. Wherever possible, opt for natural light. It produces a sharp, well-lit photo. Indoors, position your subject near a window with abundant natural light. Don't hesitate to use a white curtain as a diffuser if needed. So anywhere in the house where you've got a window, anywhere in your business that you've got a window, even outside. And remember, if you're going to use natural light and you've got trees and so forth, be careful of dappled light. Unless you want that effect, you need to be in full shade. You need to be able to steady your phone. So avoid blurry photos by keeping your phone steady while shooting. Consider using a tripod or other stabilising something if necessary. You can even use, those wheat bags that people use for muscle pain. You heat them in the microwave. They make great stabilisation because you can sort of wiggle the phone down into them like a human in a beanbag. Zoom smartly. So the iPhone's camera includes a zoom feature. Now, while you can zoom in or out, remember that excessive zoom can lead to fuzziness after the shot, and that's okay. I've done some great shots where I've zoomed in really quickly, taken the photo. So you have to play. Tap to focus. Now, the tap to focus feature lets you select the focal point in your picture, especially if you've got that rule of thirds grid enabled. Edit thoughtfully. After capturing your photo, take advantage of the iPhone's built-in editing tools. You can adjust brightness, contrast and saturation. Now, rule of thumb with me, and I have done this relentlessly for 20 odd years, take the image in different orientations. So do a couple in portrait, a couple in landscape, because sometimes if you want to play with one particular image, turn it to say black and white, you can, and you've still got the others. Context matters. Consider the image's usage. Opt for landscape orientation for websites and portrait orientation for social media. Take both portrait and landscape shots for versatility. Just mentioned that. Additionally, optimize your images for SEO by using descriptive file names and alt text for improved search engine optimization and rankings. Now, some other thoughts that I've had. So this is sort of bonus points. Professional presentation. Use professional looking images of your products or services, even if it means investing in professional photography for those standout shots or those hero shots. And there are so many photographers in the Northeast. So many people have asked me, Sam, how can I get a photographer up near me? You need to Google, talk to photographers locally, suss out who's taking what. Not every photographer does landscapey shots or product shots, so have a good dig around. When you're taking these photos, showcase from all angles. Photograph your products or services from various angles to highlight their details. Remember, as we discussed before, lighting. Lighting matters. Always aim for that natural light. Edit wisely. Make sure that you enhance your photos where you can, or leave them just as they are. You don't have to edit every photo. And don't forget, people, do my favourite, do it black and white. Anyway, optimise for web, and that's what we were talking about before, about making sure that resolution is down. Now it is the nerdy warning alert. Warning, nerd alert. So, RAW versus JPEG. You need to understand the difference between capturing images in RAW and JPEG formats. RAW offers more flexibility because remember, it's got all them little pixels, but it requires more storage space, whereas JPEG is compressed. It's a smaller file size. HDR mode. So this mode captures details in both bright and dark areas, and then it sort of smacks them together. It's ideal for showcasing products with varying lighting, and it can be a bit of fun. Portrait mode. Enhance your product images with a blurred background, which is called bokeh or bokeh, depending on who you speak to. And this effect is a really cool feature. A lot of product shots and people shots should be taken in product mode. Third-party apps. Oh my God, there are some amazing third-party apps out there. You have to have a bit of a dig around. All the free ones come with ads and optimal add-in memberships and all those things, so be a bit careful. Have a look at the reviews, see what else people are using, and they have really cool features like, extra filters, manual focus and exposure adjustments, all sorts of things. Live photos. Now, this feature captures a few seconds of motion along with a still image. Great for engaging product demonstrations. Live photos, I've seen some businesses use these to really great degrees, others not so much. Rule of thirds. So I mentioned before about using the camera settings grid to compose visually appealing images by aligning subjects with intersecting lines. So it's just standard photographic principles. Remote shutter. So if you actually want to appear in the photos or videos and can use You can use your headphones as a remote shutter for that timing, or use the timer function above the image space in the iPhone's camera settings. Now, of course, every update, there's a new way of doing things. So don't take this all as total 100% gospel. Time-lapse and slow-mo. Now, these are really cool features. These create captivating content with time-lapse and that slow-motion mode, perfect for behind-the-scene video showcasing intricate processes. And they're a lot of fun. It's incredible how each iPhone can do different things. The updates bring more options, but just remember at the end of the day, storage and image capture considerations. But more importantly, have fun. You can't improve your iPhone photography without experimentation. Draw inspirations from platforms like Instagram, where amazing photos and behind the scenes content is really cool to watch. And enjoy your photography journey. Just have fun, people. Let it go. Have fun. Anywho, thanks for listening to the 5-Minute Business Boost. For more information, follow me on social media, sign up to my newsletter, or check out my website for up-and-coming workshops and now 1-hour courses, and see how we can work together to reach your small business goals. And remember, anything is possible in business, especially in the northeast of Victoria. Until next time, cheerio.